That lipstick in your bag has been sitting on your mouth all day. You have reapplied it 5, maybe 6 times, and every time you eat, drink, or lick your lips, a little of it goes down your throat. In 2010, the FDA tested 400 lipsticks off ordinary American shelves and found lead in every single one. Lead does not leave your body. It builds up in your bones over years, and the CDC says there is no known safe level of it in human blood. It is also a probable human carcinogen. The real question is, when there are cleaner options sitting right next to these on the shelf, why would you keep gambling with the ones that tested highest? So today, the 10 brands that tested highest, then 5 cleaner ones. The second I name a brand you have got in your bag or your bathroom right now, drop it in the comments. I want to see how common these really are. Number 10, Dior. None of you expected this name to pop up, right? It surprised you because when you are paying luxury prices, you assume you are paying for safety too. You are not necessarily. Before the FDA ever got involved, back in 2007, an independent lab hired by a group called the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics ran the very first big lipstick lead test. They tested 33 popular lipsticks, and one of the products that came back with detectable lead was a Dior Addict lipstick, a designer lipstick, the kind of thing you buy at a fancy counter and feel good about. Now, this is a different, earlier study than the big FDA one the rest of this list comes from, and I want to be honest about that. But it makes a point that matters for the whole video. Price does not protect you here. Lead in lipstick does not come from the brand being cheap. It comes from the color pigments, the stuff that gives the lipstick its shade, because those pigments are mineral-based and pulled from the earth, and lead is naturally mixed into a lot of what comes out of the ground. So a $25 designer tube and a $5 drugstore tube can both end up with lead in them for the exact same reason. That designer label on the front is not a safety certificate. It is just a nicer looking box. Keep that in mind, because almost everything coming up is a brand you would consider perfectly respectable. Starting with the next one, which markets itself as one of the more natural options out there. Number 9, Burt's Bees. This one genuinely catches people off guard, because Burt's Bees is the brand people reach for specifically when they are trying to avoid chemicals. The whole image is natural, earthy, good for you. Little yellow packaging, beeswax, the whole vibe. And look, on the ingredient front, Burt's Bees is cleaner than a lot of what is on this list. But lead does not care about your brand image. In the heavy metals testing, Burt's Bees lip shimmer in the shade Toffee showed up on the list of lipsticks with detectable lead. It was at the lower end, nowhere near the worst offenders we will get to, but it was there. And that is actually the important lesson of number 9. Even a brand built entirely on being natural can still end up with trace lead, because again, it comes from the mineral pigments, and mineral pigments come from the ground. Natural and lead-free are not the same thing. Something can be 100% natural and still have a naturally occurring heavy metal in it. Arsenic is natural. That does not mean you want it on your lips. So if you have been buying a natural brand and assuming that automatically means metal-free, this is your reminder to check whether they actually test for it. Most do not. We will talk about the ones that do at the end. Now, we move from the natural aisle to a proper old-school drugstore staple. Number 8, Sonia Kashuk. Sonia Kashuk is a name a lot of people know from Target. It was the accessible, professional makeup artist quality line you could grab while doing your regular shopping. Trusted, affordable, everywhere. And in the heavy metals testing, Sonia Kashuk luxury lip color in the shade Mauve came back with detectable lead. Again, mid to lower on the scale, but present. Here is a thing worth pausing on with a brand like this. You buy it during a normal Target run, tossing it in the cart next to the paper towels. Nobody is standing in the makeup aisle thinking about heavy metal content. And that is exactly how this stuff flies under the radar for years. It is not scary looking. It is a pretty tube of lipstick in a friendly store, and that is precisely why almost nobody questions what is in it. That is really the theme tying this whole list together. These are not obscure, dangerous products. They are the totally normal ones sitting in totally normal stores. Which brings us to a brand that has been in American makeup bags for literally over a century. Number 7, Avon. Ding dong, Avon calling. This brand has been around since the 1880s. Your mom probably bought it. Your grandmother probably sold it. It is about as classic and trusted as an American beauty brand gets. And Avon Beyond Color in the shade Mad for Mauve showed up with detectable lead in the testing too. You are probably noticing a pattern with these shades, by the way. A lot of them are the mauves, the pinks, the reds, the deep berry tones. That is not a coincidence. The richer and more pigmented the color, the more of those mineral-based color additives it takes to make it. And those additives are exactly where the lead rides in. So the bolder and more dramatic your lip color, statistically, the more likely it is carrying a bit more of this stuff. The pale nudes and sheer bombs tend to test lower, because there is simply less pigment in them. I am not saying give up red lipstick. I love a bold lip as much as anyone. I am saying that when you understand where the lead actually comes from, you can make smarter choices about which specific products and which brands you trust with those bold shades. And the back half of this video is about to get into the brands you really want to think twice about, starting with a big one. Number 6, Revlon. Now we are getting into the heavy hitters. Revlon is a titan, one of the most iconic drugstore makeup brands in the world, on shelves everywhere, worn by millions of people every single day. And when one analyst went through the FDA's full dataset of the top 100 most contaminated lipsticks and sorted them by company, Revlon did not just show up. Revlon products made up around 22% of the top 100 offenders. Nearly a quarter of the worst 100 came from one brand. Specific Revlon shades that have been flagged for lead across the testing include Color Stay in Ripened Red, Super Lustrous in Satin Plum, and the matte shade Fabulous Fig. Now, 22% of the top 100 is a lot, but I want to keep this fair because Revlon also sells an enormous number of products, so a big brand naturally lands more entries on any big list. Still, that is a striking number, and it means if you are a regular Revlon lipstick wearer, there is a real chance one of your go-to shades was in that testing. This is the moment I really want to hammer the honest point again, because we are now into the higher lead brands. Even here, the FDA's official position is that these levels are not a health danger to the average adult. But the FDA also set its recommended ceiling at 10 parts per million and told manufacturers they should aim lower whenever they can. So even the agency that says do not panic is also quietly saying, yeah, the companies could be doing better than this. Hold that thought because the numbers are about to climb. Quick gut check before we keep going. How many of these 6 have you owned at some point? Burt's Bees, a Target brand, an Avon, a Revlon? Be honest, drop your count in the comments. I am guessing for most of you it is at least 2. Now let's get into the top 5, where the actual lead numbers start jumping. Number 5, Stargazer. Stargazer is a bit different from the household names we have been covering. It is a British brand, big in the bold, alternative festival makeup world, known for intense, vivid colors. And intense, vivid color, as we just learned, usually means more pigment. In the FDA testing, Stargazer lipstick in shade 103C came in at 4.12 parts per million of lead. And this is where I need to reframe the numbers for you, because now they actually mean something. Everything from here up cracked the top 10 highest lead lipsticks in the entire 400 product study. Out of 400 lipsticks, these are the worst 10. To give you a sense of scale, the average across all 400 was about 1.1 parts per million. Stargazer's 4.12 is nearly 4 times that average. So we have officially left the mild trace territory of the earlier entries and entered the genuinely elevated end of the results. And notice, again, it is a brand built on bold, saturated, dramatic color. The pattern holds all the way up. The more pigment-packed and intense the lipstick, the higher up this list it tends to climb, which is a perfect setup for number 4, because now the recognizable American drugstore giants start appearing in the danger zone. Number 4, CoverGirl. CoverGirl, easy, breezy, beautiful, and absolutely everywhere. Another one of those brands that has been a default choice for generations of shoppers. CoverGirl did not just make the top 10 highest lead list, it made it twice. CoverGirl Queen Collection Vibrant Hues in Ruby Remix came in at 4.92 parts per million, and CoverGirl Continuous Color in Warm Brick showed up at 4.28. 2 separate shades, both in the 10 worst out of 400. When a single brand lands multiple products in the top 10, that tells you something. A one-off high result could be a fluke, a bad batch, an unlucky pigment supplier, but 2 shades in the worst 10 starts to look less like bad luck and more like a sourcing pattern, the kind of thing that comes from where and how a company buys its color pigments across its whole lineup. And here is the everyday reality that makes this land harder. Ruby Remix, Warm Brick, these are gorgeous, wearable, popular shades. This is not some weird niche product nobody buys. This is mainstream, best-selling, in your local drugstore right now lipstick, which is exactly why it is worth knowing about. Now let's climb one more rung to a brand people specifically buy because they think spending more means getting better. Number 3, NARS. NARS is a step up in price and prestige. It is the cool, high-end makeup artist favorite brand you buy at Sephora, the one with the sleek black packaging that feels a little more special than a drugstore tube. People pay premium money for it specifically because it feels like a safer, higher quality choice. And just like CoverGirl, NARS put 2 shades in the top 10. NARS Semi-Matte in Red Lizard hit 4.93 parts per million, and Semi-Matte in Funny Face came in at 4.89. Those are right up there among the highest readings in the entire study, and they are nearly identical to each other, which again points to a pigment sourcing pattern rather than a fluke. This is the entry that really kills the price myth, so let me say it flat out. Spending more money did not get you less lead. A NARS lipstick tested basically the same as, and in one case slightly higher than, the CoverGirl shades that cost a fraction of the price. The expensive tube and the cheap tube were pulling their color from the same kind of mineral pigments, and those pigments carried the same kind of contamination, regardless of what the final product cost you at the register. So if your safety strategy has been just buy the price your brand, this is your wake-up call that it does not work. Which leads us right into the top two, the two brands that produced the lead readings in the whole FDA study, and they are both owned by the same company. Number 2, L'Oreal. Here we are at the top of the mountain. L'Oreal is one of the biggest beauty companies on the planet. And in this testing, they earned that size in the worst possible way. L'Oreal absolutely dominated the high end of this list. L'Oreal Color Riche in Volcanic came in at 7.00 parts per million, the second highest reading in the entire 400-product study. And they did not stop there. L'Oreal Color Riche in Tickled Pink hit 4.45, and L'Oreal Intensely Moisturizing Lip Color in Heroic came in at 4.41. Multiple L'Oreal shades stacked up near the top. In fact, when you combine L'Oreal with the brands it owns, and we are about to meet the biggest one, 5 of the 10 most contaminated lipsticks in the whole study were made by L'Oreal USA, half of the 10 worst. From one parent company? That 7.00 reading on Volcanic is genuinely high. Remember, the study average was around 1.1, and the FDA's own recommended ceiling is 10. So Volcanic came in at 70% of the maximum the FDA says manufacturers should never exceed. For a company with the resources and the lab capability of L'Oreal, that is a hard result to explain away as just how it goes. And it sets up the number 1 spot perfectly, because the single worst lipstick in the entire study is a brand L'Oreal owns. Number 1, Maybelline. And here it is, the number 1 most lead-contaminated lipstick in the entire FDA study, Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's a heavy metal. Maybelline Color Sensational in the shade. Pink Petal came in at 7.19 parts per million of lead. That is the highest reading of all 400 lipsticks the FDA tested. Number 1 out of 400. And to make it worse, Maybelline landed a second shade in the top 10 too, Color Sensational in Mauve Me, at 4.23 parts per million. Let me put that 7.19 in perspective one more time so it really lands. It is more than 6 times the study average. And here is a comparison that stops people cold. That highest contaminated lipstick contained more than 275 times the amount of lead found in the least contaminated product in the same study. 275 times. Between the worst tube and the cleanest tube, both sold in regular stores, that is the gap. And Maybelline is not some boutique brand. It is one of the best-selling, most affordable, most accessible makeup brands in the entire world. Pink Petal is a soft, pretty, everyday pink, the kind of shade a teenager buys for her first lipstick. This is not an extreme product. It is one of the most ordinary lipsticks imaginable, and it topped the list. Now, I have said it the whole way through, and I will say it one final time, because it matters, and because I refuse to fearmonger. The FDA looked at all of this, including that 7.19 result, and concluded it does not consider these levels a health risk from normal use, and it did not order anything off shelves. So please do not throw out your whole makeup bag in a panic tonight. That is not the takeaway. The takeaway is this. Lead has no known safe level. It is a probable carcinogen and a known neurotoxin. You are wearing this on your lips and swallowing a little of it every day for years and years. And the whole time, there have been cleaner brands sitting on the same shelves that actually test their products and cap their lead far below what these ones showed. So the smart move is not to panic. The smart move is just to choose better. Let me show you exactly how. The 5 safer choices. All right, deep breath. You have heard the scary part. Now here is the useful part, and I am naming actual brands you can go buy. These are lipsticks built by companies that take the heavy metals problem seriously, disclose what is in their products, and in the best cases, actually lab test for lead. Grab a pen. Number 5, Gabriel Cosmetics. I am starting here because clean lipstick has a reputation for being a luxury purchase. And for a lot of people watching this, a $30 lipstick is simply not happening. So the cheapest option on this list goes first. Gabriel Cosmetics is a Bellevue, Washington company that has been doing natural beauty for more than 30 years, long before clean beauty was a marketing category. Their founder built the line around plant and marine botanicals, and most of their products are made in the United States. Their lipsticks land in the $15 to $19 range, depending on where you buy them, which puts them roughly in line with a department store lipstick and well below the rest of this list. Their lipstick tubes say lead-free right on them, and they have said that for years. Now, here is where I have to be honest with you, because I promised I would be. I went and read Gabriel's own page about the ingredients they never use, and under the heading for lead, what they actually say is that they have tight quality control and that every product is tested during and after manufacturing for pH, viscosity, microorganisms, and other contaminants. That is a real quality process. But it is not the same as publishing a specific lead limit in parts per million the way the brand at #1 does. And their lipstick does contain iron oxides, mica, and titanium dioxide, which are exactly the mineral pigments where lead rides in. So I am not going to tell you Gabriel has proven zero lead because they have not published a number. What I will tell you is that this is a small, long-established natural brand with a simple formula, a public lead-free position, and a price that most people can actually afford. And number 4 solves the lead problem in a completely different way by going after where the lead actually comes from. Number 4, completely pure. Remember the thing I said back at Dior and Burt's Bees? That the lead is not added on purpose? It comes in with the mineral color pigments? This brand is the one that took that problem seriously enough to change the pigments. 100% Pure colors their lipsticks with fruit and vegetable pigment instead of leaning on the usual mineral colorants. And I want to prove that to you rather than just say it, so here is the actual ingredient list on their fruit pigmented cocoa butter matte lipstick. Read that back. The color in that tube is coming out of fruit. The cocoa butter matte runs somewhere in the low to mid-20s, depending on the shade and retailer. And it is a genuinely nice product to wear. Opaque, long-wearing, matte, but not the desert dry kind of matte, because the base is cocoa and shea butter rather than alcohol. The honest caveat is this. That fruit pigment approach applies to that specific line. 100% Pure makes other lip products. And some of their shades in other ranges do use titanium dioxide or standard lake colors, so this is not a blanket promise across every single thing they sell. Check the individual product page. But on the specific product I just read out, the fruit pigment claim holds up. Now number 3 is for the people who want to go cleaner without their makeup bag looking like it came from a health food store. Number 3, Kosas. A lot of people hear clean lipstick and picture something chalky, sheer, and vaguely beige that slides off after 20 minutes. Kosas exists to solve exactly that problem. This is the one that feels modern. Their weightless lip color runs $26, and the formula is built around 3 butters and 6 botanical oils, which is why it wears like a balm and pigments like a lipstick. It is satin, not flat matte, not glossy either. If your objection to cleaning up your makeup routine has been that you do not want to compromise on how it looks and feels, this is your entry point. Here is my honest caveat, and it is a real one. Kosas does not publish a heavy metals testing standard the way Ilia does. When I checked the EWG's Skin Deep database, their lipsticks come back rated moderate hazard with limited data availability. And the limited data part is the bit that matters. It is not that anything bad was found. It is that there is not enough published information